Thank you, Steve. It's a real privilege and honor for Steve to ask me to present a 10 or 15-minute presentation today. My presentation is going to be primarily towards the military veterans' appreciation and honor. I'll apologize beforehand if I say anything that is offending anyone. The information I'm going to pass to you will come from here, some from my notes, but all of it will come from my heart. So you're going to have to listen to this voice because it's not even close to what Susie presented, and that was a wonderful singing of our anthem. If I look familiar, it's because I referee a lot of basketball and with my sons. And every game that national anthem is played still brings a tear to my eye. And if I forget to say it, whatever I discuss today, I'd do it again, as far as my military experience is concerned. Today we are celebrating independence, and also, in a roundabout way, our Constitution. Let it be known, folks, that there are many people in this world that are just dying and would gladly go to war to have our lifestyle or a part of it. There, obviously, if you've read Friedman's book, and I do read a lot, I read as many books as I can because, quite frankly, there's very little on television that interests me, and that's just a personal thing. But it's a flat world, and there are many people in this world that would just die to take part of our capitalistic opportunities away from us, to take our lifestyle, which too many times we take for granted. And before I go any farther, I'd like for every veteran here today to just take a step forward or put your hand up and be recognized. Thank you for your attendance, fellow veterans. I happen to be a Marine Corps vet. Matter of fact, when the Vietnam thing was going pretty strong, I got drafted. And they were needing 5 men into the Marine Corps that day, and mine was the first name called. And I'm very proud of that. And I can kid with these vets. They know how it is. But, you know, it's funny how it don't make a difference if you're a swabby, which is a slang term for Navy, or a doughboy Army, or myself, I'm basically a jarhead. That's what the Marines were called. And the Air Force guys, you know, I'm not sure. I knew they had clean uniforms all the time. But it's amazing. It's amazing how it don't make any difference what branch of the service you're in. National Guard, Air Reserve, every person that serves is just part of the mix. But it was amazing to me that in combat or in the field, it don't make any difference what branch you were in, you would lay your life down for one another. But given a peaceful time in any bar, they'd try to remove each other's teeth. I could never figure that one out. You know, of course, as soon as we were sitting there and some swabbies came in, we'd mention that. Well, you can read between the lines from there. One thing I will say that all veterans, I've never heard one veteran disagree with this. That is, we cannot afford in this country to lose our military supremacy. Obviously, if you look at what's happened with unemployment, you look what's happened with our industrial supremacy, we've basically lost it, a lot of it. But we cannot afford to lose our military supremacy. I'd like to dedicate my short talk to someone that you don't know. And his name, he was a Marine buddy of mine. His name was Sergeant Rodney Davis. Today he lies in Lidwood Cemetery in Macon, Georgia. And I'll have more to say, a short story about Sergeant Davis in a little bit. But before I do, I would like to make sure that people understand that freedom is not free. A veteran, excuse me, I better get my glasses on. A veteran, what is a veteran? A veteran is someone who knows that although our country makes mistakes, it's still worth dying for. A veteran is someone who has realized that it is better to stand up, die standing up, than it is to spend all your life on your knees. A veteran is someone who, when faced with evil, knows the worst thing decent men can do is to ignore it. A veteran, whether active duty, retired, National Guard, or Reserve, is someone who at one point in their life wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including my life, which translates into honor. Just a reminder, just some quick numbers, and I'm no statistician, but I just want to let you know how important veterans are and the sacrifices that were made. Back in World War II, there were 116,000 deaths. I'm sorry, World War I, 116,000 deaths, 204 wounded. World War II, 405,000 KIAs had killed in action, 671,000 wounded. Korea, 54,000 KIAs, 103,000 wounded. Vietnam, 58,000 KIAs, 153,000 wounded. The Persian Gulf War, 382 killed, 467 wounded. And as of this date, in Afghanistan, 4,900 killed and 25,000 wounded. Veterans have made a tremendous sacrifice, and I appreciate very much